Gate 14 podcast, and the Toronto Blue Jays get waxed, humped, worked at the Rogers Center for 48, whatever it was, 36 hours of just belt to ass from the Seattle Mariners. Really good ball club across the field. Unmatched, really. I mean, I don't really know what else there is to really say besides the fact that they got outpitched, out-hit, out-defended. Just an absolute credit to the Mariners. Just an absolute pumping the last 2 days. That's really all that was, my man.
Oh yeah, they got Jays got killed today. If it feels the exact same as what the Jays did to the Yankees last series. Just like
Yes.
how are you guys getting these people out? All the strikeout things. Like I know the Mariners still struck out a decent amount this game, but it's just like okay, how are we gonna get these guys out? They come up in the big spot and their guy seems to get it done right away. Trey, 3-run home run, playing from behind immediately. Just
Yeah.
never good. It wasn't the best Trey that we saw. Gave up a ton of hard contact. He was
And the
doing
velo
that.
was down.
The
Yeah.
velo was down at the end. It's just like, okay, how are we gonna make this work? But the offense just again not good enough, and the pitching not good enough. You give up that many runs, man. Very, very hard to win baseball games when you're doing that. Like the Jays made some decent content. They were like 50% hard hit rate, but you put it at people. I mean, they only had 6 hits too. Pretty pathetic
Yeah.
effort. I'm sure everyone who paid a lot of money to go to those games is not happy with the money they spent
Yeah.
and the things that they
And
put up there. But the crazy thing is they got to Gilbert too. Like
yeah.
you had
Early hook.
you had the tie game. Logan Gilbert threw 3 innings. I don't know how much you put into that because he pitched the other day in that
Yeah.
game 5, but you still got to him. You still had the chances, and then you got one hit after that. One hit after the 3rd inning. Gonna be tough to score and keep doing this. Like this was the exact same thing yesterday. We just pushed what happened 2 innings. It's like, okay, maybe they'll put 5 up next time and that'll be enough to score a couple runs. But no, pretty bad all around. And I know people will talk about this whole John Schneider pitching thing, taking people out.
I think
This one,
today's was less worse than yesterday's.
agreed too. YJ said this too. I probably would have just not even let him start the inning. I didn't think his stuff was that great. He had put together a couple good ones. The
Yeah.
pitch count was kind of up there for Trey, right? He threw, what was it, 1 pitch right after that. And then Andres Jimenez, we had that play where he threw it. He threw about the same ball. Have you seen that replay where the guy does the exact same Jimenez
Hits
move,
the
but he
ump.
smokes the umpire in the head? Was basically the throw that Andres Jimenez did to throw it in there. We had people telling us, like, why wouldn't he hold that? Well, I think he would have been out if he threw it on the money. That's why he threw the
I
ball.
disagree. I mean, Randy Arozarena is very fast. It would have been
I think he would have got him out still. I was
it would have
doing
been
the
close. Again, you can do the revisionist history, and everyone on the planet is like the greatest manager on the planet of all time because they can look back and say, "Oh, I wouldn't have done that, no matter what happens." So that's really all it is. But I mean, there's no really. You can't blame anyone else besides the fellas that played the game. I mean, I don't know how you can blame coaching staff at this point, man. It's like at the end of the day, the bats they did the exact same thing they did yesterday. They put up awesome at bats, got 3 runs, and then just quiet quit for the rest of the game. That's not going to help you win baseball games when you just quiet quit and get away from what makes you successful in terms of like being gritty and grinding down at bats, getting deep into counts, putting balls in play. They just didn't do that. It was just it was a demoralizing game to watch. And again, I'm not gonna loser post and say it's over or whatever. Obviously, it's 2 games, but you're facing 3 absolute dogs on the mound for the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. The place is going to be rocking, absolutely rocking. They haven't seen an ALCS game in 21 years or 25 years, whatever it is, 24 years. Like it's it's a very difficult mountain to climb, Avery.
Yeah. No, you are right about that. So I do want to talk about the Trey move today because the big thing yesterday was You took Kevin Gosman out, you put Brendan Little in to turn Jorge Polanco around, and it ended up coming back. I mean, Brendan Little threw the wild pitch, or I don't know what they called it, pass ball. It's probably a wild pitch, and then Polanco singles, and then you bring Louis Varland in today to then strike out Julio Rodriguez, right? So he does his job on the first guy, and then you don't turn Jorge Polanco around, which was the reason for turning him around last time. So you're thinking maybe he's hot hitting from that side, which he had a couple Scooble hits. I don't know what the total numbers were. And then he hits a 3-run homer instead. It's like, okay, that guy's just beating you at this point. You're trying both things. You're putting Louis Varland, who's like third in line for top guys of your pen. That's up there with Sir Anthony and Jeff Hoffman. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good reliever that you put in there in that spot. And Jorge Polanco hits what I thought was a half decent pitch. Like it was on the outer third and it was low. It wasn't a total meatball. I think Jorge Polanco just made an incredible swing on that ball. So it's like you can get on John Schneider. The one dumb thing I did think he did was walking Cal Raleigh before you bring the hitter into the game.
That was
Yeah, I brought that up on stream too, but like when you can get away from the third pitch or the third three batter rule with by taking one guy out because you're just walking him immediately, you should do that. That was I think that was the only truly we messed up on that move. Everything else was just didn't really pitch great after that.
yeah. I can't again. It's like again, the offense did nothing again, man. Like the offense has scored 4 runs in 18 innings. That's not a recipe to win, no matter how good your bullpen is. Again, I thought the John Schneider move yesterday was not the brightest move. I'll be the first to say it. Again, Gossman has earned the right to work out of situations. He's earned that right. That's where
Yeah,
I'm at with that move. And nothing can change my mind on that. I know people will bring up the offense stuff, sure. But he has earned that right to get out of that position. That's where
I
I'm at with that.
yeah, I
Treya
think
Savage, all the signs for Treya Savage where Velo was down, tons of hard hit contact, guys were shitting on baseballs to center field. That one makes a little bit more sense, a little bit easier to justify than the Gossman one. That's where I stand with that. Because Gossman, to be honest, I mean, the home run and the walk, sure, but that happens. Like, that happens to starters, man. It's like a whatever type of thing. The Savage thing I get. The Gossman one I'm a little bit frustrated with. And again, on the bigger scale, they didn't score, so it doesn't matter. Sure. But still, that move for me was the iffy one. Not today. I'm not mad about today's one.
yeah, and the Gosman one too. Like he still gave up the run. It was a tie game, right? They scored a run after that, so 2-1 at that point instead of 3-1. So again, it does change the way you play things if you're up or you're tied. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm fine to think about that too. But like if a guy just gave up a homer, gave up the single, or it was a walk, I always forget what happened. I don't know
The
why I
walk.
forget. Okay, a walk. If it just keeps unraveling and then a tie game turns to down three quickly, something like that. That's I think the thought
But
process.
again, he's earned the right to have that opportunity.
Well,
It's Kevin Gossman.
Kevin Gausman did the exact same thing with the Yankees, and they gave him that right until it was, oh shit, fucking bases loaded. We gotta play out of this. So it was the same time as that. I do agree. Like I would have been okay with it too.
But I know, but again, Avery, it wasn't bases loaded. Like I know you're trying to
Sure,
stop
but
it to get to there, but like the Polanco, like absolutely raking off the lefties, like that move again. It's like that one kind of stings a little bit. But
I don't think
again,
Blanco raked off left. His average was just higher. That was
sure,
his thing.
yeah. But again, that shows that he's better against lefties, though, right?
I would take like a slug, like if it's crazy, it'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, that's what you want. Or if it's a full on swing and miss percentage from a certain side, I would also be fine with that
And
too.
can we talk about the Mariners fans that are constantly flooding our mentions saying time to respect the Mariners? Like, we have been nothing but complimentary of the Seattle Mariners. Like, I can't, like, if it's like fans of the Yankees or whatever, we've talked tons of shit about them, but I have been, again, besides the fact that I fucked up saying they don't hit home runs, which again, that was dumb on me for not actually like knowing that, but I think we've been pretty complimentary. I have like Blue Jays fans saying like get off your knees for the Seattle Mariners. Now I have Mariners fans telling me I'm not pumping their tires and respecting them enough. They are a good baseball team. We talked about in the series preview. Their pitching staff is bananas, and it's all homegrown guys aside from Luis Castillo. Like they carve, and it showed. They have the pitching advantage, and their offense showed up again today. It's like that's how you win playoff baseball games.
Yeah.
Like that's really how you do it. And to make it even worse, you got goddamn George Kirby pitching in Seattle at T-Mobile Park, backs against the wall. I know today was backs against the wall, backs against the wall on the road. Like it's not going to get easier, Avery. It got substantially harder with that loss today. If they won today and split the games at home, I would stomach it a bit more because I'd be like, okay, you lose two, you go to game six. You lose two or three, you go to game six in Toronto, home field, whatever. Hopefully some things change. Now you got to play near perfect baseball at Safeco Field, or T-Mobile Park, sorry, and take two or three. That's what the reality of it is now, Avery. They got to take two or three at T-Mobile.
You have to give them a chance. I would like to officially say it was one batter too early for Polanco yesterday. Just let Little have Naylor. 100 OPS points different. I shouldn't have turned him around. So that's my official stance now.
Okay.
You're so right about that. You got two. I wouldn't even say they were like all the going into a season with those guys healthy is like, besides the Dodgers, like maybe the Phillies too, like the best staff in baseball. They're so good, and
They're ridiculous, Avery.
You got to him today, and their best guy by the numbers hasn't even isn't the one who's healthy. So they are good. Yeah, the bullpen too. It's like you get to them, and you get to them through three. Like that's you put yourselves in a perfect spot to try and score runs, and then after that, just absolutely went away. Dalton Varsho had a weird day today too.
Yeah,
I thought some of the swings were good. Like he is just missing something at the plate. Like the balls they're maybe off the end or something like that, but I think the swings look good for the most part. But the wind had to be swirling or something in center field because we haven't seen consecutive Dalton Varsho routes that look like Johnny was playing center field.
Just like out to lunch routes, man. Out to lunch routes. Like
I would love to know because I'm willing to put up excuses for Dalton Varsho routes because
sure.
Because he's that good of a defender and we see him do it all the time. So I would absolutely give him the benefit of the doubt. But when the Garver triple, that sucked. The Naylor one off the bat that he breaks off the end of the bat that he breaks back on that gets down for single.
Yeah.
And then he breaks back again. He's got to make this diving play going in. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird Dalton Varsho game too. But good for the Mariners taking the crowd completely out of it.
Oh, easily.
I saw Foolish Baseball make a good point. It makes a lot of sense. Like we talk about tough playoff environments, but that really only is super, super tough when you win. Like if you're winning or you're in the game, then you make it tough. But get up a couple runs, no one's gonna have anything to cheer for, and makes it quiet. I remember how quiet it was yesterday too, because there was nothing to cheer for. Even if it was a tight game, it just felt like the wind was completely out of the sails. And then they do this today, and that's way worse than what happened yesterday.
But again, like the thing that takes away the crowd noise is having good starting pitching. Like you have Logan, or I guess just good pitching in general. But like that bullpen for the Mariners, man. That's about as locked down as it gets.
Yep. Yeah. It's kind of feels like exposing kind of the only issues with this team this year. I do think the main issue is Barger and Vladdy have no hits. They're getting a lot of at-bats. They don't have any hits at this point.
That's demoralizing just from how much we love Vlad, right? I mean, have like one of the greatest postseason like division series ever, and then 0 for 8, right? I mean, that's
more games to play, of course, but that's a big reason as to what
and then Barger, like again, Vladdy and Barger. I mean, Barger had an awesome game 4 to kind of build off of, right? And we talked about Barger being the X factor of the series with all the righties that the Mariners were throwing, and he's also over, right? And that's like a lefty on righty stuff. It's if they want to win, this isn't a hot take. They have to take out the T-Mobile crowd in game 1, first inning, something. and it's going to be hard. George Kirby is nasty,
He's great.
nasty.
Yep, he is really good. Diamondbacks beating the Phillies 2023 last time 2-0 happened uh in the LCS and they went on to win. So hopefully Gabriel Moreno can
The ghost
give
of Gabriel Moreno.
some powers to the Blue Jays, but that Mariners team, I mean, it sucks that they're fun to watch, man, but they are fun to watch. Sucks that we're on the we turned off stream in the championship series game. That's how embarrassing two of those baseball games were. Um, you got Shane Bieber going. You got like it was lined up as we wanted it to be lined up, and it did not even go our way. So now we need the guys that we were thinking that hey maybe those games won't go our way. We need them to win now. So find a way for Shane Bieber. Now it's another money making opportunity for Shane Bieber.
Yeah.
The last one didn't go his way, but put him in the big park. Hopefully things can
And as
work
much
out,
as it
John.
sucks to say this, Avery, like being down 2-1, if you look on the, I don't even know how to spin zone this properly. It's like being down 2-1 at least gives the fans some hopium, some copium. You know, it's
Sure.
like down one game is not that crazy going into a game four, but the task is daunting. It's a massive task. This is like 3 games at an away stadium. They have to win 2 of them, the Jays do, to stay alive.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, it feels bad right now. It absolutely does. But what the Yankees did in the last series is they they thought game four was there. It's like, oh, it was over already. Game three, we got you guys. Um, they got to find a way to get some hits, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it starts with Vlad. Starts with Vlad. Absolutely. So I feel okay. Like I don't think this Mariners team. Oh, I mean, I'll try and put this in the right way that I'm not trying to say that they're. I think they can play with them still. Like I don't think
Yeah.
it's I don't think it's an unattainable task to win 2 games
For
there.
sure. But again, us talking down about the Blue Jays, I don't want fans from other teams to make us seem like we're discounting how good the Mariners actually are. Because that's not what I'm
No.
doing. This is a good baseball team. Like that 1-9 in the order has guys that can just absolutely rake. And you got Canzone, who's a freak hitting in the 8 hole still. You
Yeah.
know?
No,
Like,
absolutely. And they bring guys off the bench today that just find a way to make it happen too. JP Crawford, left on left, just dinks one out to left, gets it done too. And it helps that their big guys are helping them score a ton of runs too, right? Because that Julio home run in the first 3 runs, you think that can do a lot for your baseball team at the start of the game. We got to have good Shane, man. We got to have good Shane. It is a tough task. Seattle. Luckily, we've seen some good things in Seattle this year, so I'm going to cling on to the hope that maybe they can keep the winning streak in Seattle from this season. But that's about all I got
well, I
in
mean,
hope.
they dog walked us at home earlier in the year, then we dog walked them in Seattle. Like, again, the biggest thing is Avery. Like, they they have to win game 3. Like, it is the definition of backs against the wall, do or die. It's the closest thing to elimination as possible. This game 3. That's really what it is. You go down 2-1, you got 4 games left after game 3. And you're down 2-1 and 2 of them are at home. That's the reality of it. But it's not looking good right now. I don't know what you say to the boys in the dugout. I don't know what you say to the fellas. There's really not much to say besides the fact that, listen, man, you kind of got to play loose. Like, we've put ourselves in this spot. This is on us. We did this, and we got to dig ourselves out of it. And if we don't, that could be the last time we play in front of the Rogers Center crowd, 2025, and a magical, beautiful season where you won the division, won a series in the division series, like won a division series, gets all thrown away because you got swept in this championship series.
Yeah, can't. It's the biggest must win of all time
Yeah.
is being down 0-2. Absolutely, John. It's yeah, dude, Kirby Castillo and then Brian Wu coming back to back. It's if they're gonna do it, it's not even gonna be close to being easy. But that's what this team has done all season. when they're down, when they're out, they find a way to try and pull something, and they're going to need to pull their biggest act of the whole season to get this thing back on the rails, to
The
bring it
biggest
back
magic
home.
trick.
They El Mago get on that plane and start putting
Doing
some
some
curse.
fucking card tricks and shit for the boys, but it's going to be a tough one, man. That's the reality of it. And
Two at home to lose like that, it feels like, and it shouldn't, but it takes away like all the goodwill of fucking full season to
oh, it
to
takes it away easily. Like
to get
that,
to play
the good.
two games like that. It's just like, oh my God,
It's like,
this
yeah,
team
then yeah,
sucks, but they
it
don't.
just then the narrative comes out like they can't play at home. That's really what it is. But all we can do now is sit back and watch and believe, I guess. That's really the point of this podcast today is like the people blaming, like the people coming at me as hard as they're like, whatever. It's like, I didn't, like, all I really do is just believe in the baseball team. I don't really know what else you want from me. The Yankee fans chirping from the cuck chair, whatever. Like, I mean, they're just going off on Twitter about it, like celebrating when they were chirping Red Sox fans for doing it the week before, but whatever. They can do what they want. We're on a Wednesday and kind of see what happens from there, man. I don't know what else there is to say. So enjoy your Tuesday, folks. Try not to think about what we just watched, and just take it from there. But anyways, love you guys. Thank you for the support, and hopefully this time next week or this time Friday, or even I guess even after the game 3 podcast, we're talking to you guys a little bit more hopium than we are now. So love you guys. Gate 14 forever, and we'll chat with you guys on Wednesday for the live stream.